to episode 1 of the
Push Go,
Fill in the Blank podcast. And why is it called Push Go and Fill in the Blank? You tell them why it's called that.
It's called Push Go because this is the season. This is the time to push through.
Yeah.
Everybody say yes, push through. Go for your dreams. Pull up on me. Apply pressure.
Right.
And so that's what this whole podcast is about. We're gonna talk about applying pressure. Talk about push and go, pulling up on our goals, and everything else that we want to do this year.
Yeah. And from my perspective, when I said fill in the blank, I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. I don't have a name for this podcast, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Because the name can come later. Push go meaning don't wait. Go ahead and just do those things. So this is our pilot episode of, next time you see us, we'll probably have a name. But for today, we don't. And this is just going to be a real casual conversation.
Yeah.
I will let him introduce himself. For those that don't know me, I'm Mel. And I'm still trying to verbalize all the things I do. I do a lot. I work in corporate America. Real estate is my background, but I always say that's just my 9 to 5 that pays the bills. Anybody that knows me knows music is my life, and everything creative surrounding that. So outside of work, I work in music, trying to develop my own label, work with a local label here in Dallas called High Standards. Ooh. Shout out to the team. I do photography. So I do a lot of things that really capture who I am beyond what I'm paid to do. And I feel like as long as I keep pushing towards that, one day I will be paid to do those things. That's really the goal. I'll let you tell them about who you are.
Listen, I'm
While
Cardall.
I drink my drink.
Listen, you got to. I'm Cardall, and I just push go. So if you know me, and if you don't know me, you'll probably see me just push and go.
Yeah.
I work in politics. Some might call me a politico, but pretty much at the intersection of faith, justice, and politics, both here in Dallas and Texas and throughout the nation.
Yeah.
So somewhere pushing for equity, inclusion, and just rights for our people.
We love it. And I think it's hilarious. When I walked in with all my equipment.
Yeah.
And he was, I guess, kind of thrown off by that. He was like, oh, this is the real setup. I'm like, oh, yeah, we didn't come to play. But to say that, I also want to mention, relax.
Okay.
We're just talking. Y'all just fly on the wall. So y'all are able to be here and just get a sense of our day-to-day discussions.
Yeah. The
discussion we're going to have today is not different from any other discussion we would have on a Saturday. The only difference is we got lighting and a mic right here. Because I think we've been through enough at our age to share our journey, to be able to share that with other people who's gone through the same thing. Because, sometimes you can feel like you're alone. But you mentioned something the other day.
Listen.
You said, Mel, the time is now. Because I kept saying, dang, did I miss something in my 20s? You were like, no, the 30s, this is where it's if you're waiting, stop waiting. This is where it's time to go. And I'm like, I don't know, it kind of gave me a sense of okay, first I can calm down, stop rushing, but also looking at other people doing really good things well. Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors, they're at the prime of their career.
Right.
And they're my age, or a little bit older. But just to see people winning in your 30s, sometimes I think when you compare and look at social media, it can be easy to say, I miss the mark. I miss my timing. I should have had this when I was 20.
Right.
But I do believe everything is intentional. And seeing people, like I just mentioned, Michael B. Jordan and just others, win at a high level at the age that they are now, it's inspiring to see. Granted, they started years ago, but I don't think it's ever too late to start. So that's really the vibe I'm on. Just starting, just push and go.
Yeah, I think a lot of people fail to realize social media is people showing you what they want you to see.
Yeah.
So it's not like traditional media where it's like tabloids or like
Yeah.
the Maury cameraman where he running after you. Like, you
Right,
can see
right,
everything.
right.
Like they're only showing you their wins. People don't
Yeah.
naturally show you their losses.
Yeah.
So when we get into this mode of like kind of watching what's going on social media, maybe some people really are winning, right? And they're winning consistently. And that's great. Like that's the energy I want to be around. But also some people are not winning or having these major wins, life wins or announcements all the time.
Right.
And so when they do roll it out, that's all they're showing you. They're not showing you that I was couch surfing just 6 months ago, or I was, living pillar to post between gigs, or you know what I mean. So sometimes all you see on social media are the highlights.
Very true.
And we don't see that like transparency. So we just got to remember to stay faithful, stay humble, and do what we do.
That's good. No, and a lot of times we don't get to see that. So when we see the wins, we always feel like I'm just taking L after L.
Yeah.
No, you didn't see when I was
Bruh.
applying for unemployment. You didn't see when I was sleeping in my car. All these things. I think we get to see the end result, and then we miss out on the part that they had to work to get there. They had to work their butts off to get there. So reminded that there's something that's always at play behind the scenes is encouraging and it's motivating. And it kind of just, I don't know, lights a fire in me to just go ahead and pursue all the things that, you and I constantly talk about. Yeah. So that's really what the vibe of this will be, just encouraging other millennials to go after whatever it is that you want in life. And don't let optics of your surroundings dictate that.
Yeah.
Or somebody else is doing something better than I am. They have a better setup. They have a better, they're more talented. No, if you have that passion in you, put it out. Somebody will feel that.
Yeah.
And I think people connect to authenticity. If they feel like it's real and you're not being fraudulent about it, they're going to gravitate towards that. And the whole hope is for people to tap into what you're doing. And whether or not they tap into it, you can sleep at night knowing like, ooh, I got that off. Like I'm living my life for me. I'm not waiting on the approval of other people. But like I said, I think people will naturally attract to that or naturally gravitate towards that when they see people are doing. So
yeah, I think that's a season we're in right now. People want whatever's like real.
Yeah.
Authentic. Authentic is winning. You know what I mean? That's
Facts.
like, look, I love Lizzo. She is a beast. She is cold. She's talented. She understands music at a high level. She can play the flute, all the things. But her energy, and she's just so authentic, and she really wants to see people be their authentic self and like no body shaming. Like that's why people love her, because she's just so lovable. And she's just herself. Same thing with Toby Nwigwe.
Yeah.
Or hopefully I'm saying his name right. But Toby from the SWAT.
Yeah.
He's just real, and he real H-Town, and like you can feel that in his music. You hear it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think if there was ever a time to be you, it's now. Yeah. Because like you said, that's people are loving that. Yeah. Cardi B, how she started out just being herself before she had the nice teeth.
She got it. Them lyrics hit.
Yeah.
Got a bag and fixed my teeth.
It was like we found out about the music after falling in love with who she was in front of the camera. And I'm not gonna claim to know her personally, but just seeing who she is, before the stardom, before the fame, before the lights.
You like that lady? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, who eat the food, the ASMR? Look, it's money to be made out here. People do, what do they call it? Food, mud banks? Mud banks. Yeah, they'll get food and just eat in front of people. People will like subscribe to see them eat. Just food. It don't always have to be like random nasty food, but just
what is
anything.
That? Why?
Anything you order, like you just eat in front of people.
There's some weird niggas out here. I didn't even know that was a thing.
We live.
They niggas still weird.
We live, so hopefully.
You like that though? Nah, we live, bro. Just look, man.
Safety first.
Safety first. Amber Geiger,
this
bro.
Lunchable. Oh no, facts for sure. Ever since that happened, the way I check my door from like at night, just like let me make sure I locked it.
Bro, ever since then, I always lock my top lock. I've never been like a lock the door person.
Ever. And every time I lock it, I literally walk through the door with Amber Geiger on my mind because I know that's the reason why I'm checking it so much. Just even going inside the house, sometimes I find myself looking at my own address, like the number on the door, just to make sure I'm walking into the right. But it only happened because of that situation, which is so unfortunate.
Same. Now I like double and triple check.
Yeah.
And
And what? You were about to say something.
I was gonna say, and I had like a situation like that. Yeah. Yeah. Where like my door was unlocked.
Somebody walked in.
Yeah. Yep. So.
But obviously nothing turned out.
Yeah,
Did
no,
you,
for sure.
you approach them or like?
No, so like my door is right there close to the garage, so I think they were not paying attention. A young lady, and then she just like looking down on her phone, and she opens the door thinking that she's going into the garage. She's like,
Right.
So anyway.
And she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. That's wild. But no, this has been definitely an interesting conversation today. We're kind of all over the place with it, but that's okay. That's okay. We're giving people our perspective on, I guess, I thought I had a rhythm for this conversation, but it ended up turning into whatever we want to talk about. And I'm okay with it.
What you got next?
While I drink my water and while you text.
I want to talk about this concert that y'all went to.
Yeah, well, I didn't go to that Christian concert.
It's always the worship leaders.
I
No,
didn't
I'm
go to
just
that
saying, at the Todd Tribbett concert
Yeah, talk about it.
at the Majestic Theater in Dallas, Texas, which is not a church, it's a historic theater monument. And, they had drinks, cash bar, and the Saints was utilizing the cash bar. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't buy a ticket. It was storming. It was a lot going on that night. So,
Yeah. That's all I'm saying. That the Saints was utilizing the cash bar.
yeah.
And was lit.
Yeah. But speak deeper about that. Like,
Yeah, I think it's something to be said that gospel music artists are not doing shows strictly at churches.
right.
That they can sell out a venue larger than that. Amazing.
Right.
But then also, I don't know if it's the venue stipulations or the venue saying you have to do these things with the bars available if one or choose.
Right.
But people were buying it.
Right. Right. And I guess I'm curious to know, have you gone to other Christian concerts and seen the same thing? Maybe like a Maverick City, Kirk Franklin type show? Because I hadn't been to a gospel concert in a long time.
I didn't make that concert, which I wish I did.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
But I think things are changing.
Oh,
like
for sure.
venues and, it's not uncommon that you can buy a ticket to a worship concert, but also be able to have an open bar or sell, cash bar at these places.
We want to talk about sports. We haven't talked about sports. I want to talk about Dallas Cowboys cut Ezekiel Elliott.
I didn't know that.
Really? Yeah.
Tell me more.
They gave him the news this past week. Let him know that they're going to be parting ways.
Wow. I didn't know that.
So he has the option to be picked up by another team.
So he's a free agent?
He's going to be a free agent.
And what was the reason?
I think it's just his productivity and his kind of slowing down. The lifespan of a running back in the NFL is not that long.
Yeah.
And Ezekiel Elliott is like a high collision, high impact kind of person. So,
So essentially, is that like getting fired from a job?
yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
It's kind of just letting you go.
Is it
It's like getting laid off. It's not like fired. Like it's more about it's kind of getting laid off.
But what is the notice for that? Is it effective immediately for him? Or?
Because he's been such a integral player on that team, they kind of gave him. I don't even know if you call it like 30-day notice because I think his effective date. It's more than 30 days. I think his effective date is June.
But it's forthcoming.
Yeah.
Okay, so not like firing, but more.
So they're letting other teams know that he's on the market. We're going to be parting ways. And so if you want to look into this player,
this is the first time I'm hearing about it.
Yeah, but for like in football terms or running back years, he's like older for a running back now.
But well, good luck to him in his next.
Yeah,
search.
Zeke was a beast while he was here, and was really outside in Uptown at Bottle Blonde. You remember the St. Patrick's Day parade?
I heard about that.
He was with the beads.
Dude,
Zeke was outside.
So you don't think none of that had anything to do with it?
No, that's all. Because
no.
This is just about like time and age and wear and tear.
Yeah.
But as Zeke is going off the scene in Dallas is getting another megastar in Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
So welcome to Dallas, Kyrie. He's injured right now. He's on the bench or the sideline at the Mavs game wearing a sock snapback. So the hood went crazy for that.
How you feel about him being a Maverick now?
I think it's dope. I think it's great that Dallas, the Mavs can attract that kind of talent. Kyrie's right now going to be a Hall of Famer whether he came to Dallas or not.
Right.
And so to know that the Dallas Mavericks can get Hall of Fame talent in free agency is great.
Just to see his journey from where he comes from, and then to even know about all the, recent, I don't want to call it fiasco, but the public, situation that happened. For one, me, I didn't anticipate him coming to Dallas. So, I couldn't foresee him coming here, but, coming off of that, everything he encountered from the posts, viral posts at this point, I don't know, it's interesting that he landed here.
Yeah, because this is not the place that super pro black athletes would want to be.
You coming to Texas, Red Texas.
Dallas.
So it's like I didn't anticipate him coming, and then when they announced it, I was just like, interesting. But I'm saying that to say I feel like all that he went through prepared him for this moment. Like
I would say so. But New York is also like a grimy place too. You know what I mean? It's like to be slandered in the New York media. If you can take it there, you can make it. I guess you can make it anywhere.
Make me think of the song.
Oh, you're supposed to sing it right there.
I was supposed to. I don't really know the song. I just hear it in my head. It's like if I
thought you was gonna do the Alicia Keys New York.
Oh, that one. I was thinking of if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere, or something like that.
We don't know
the
him.
New York. Every time
Sinatra?
Frank Sinatra.
Production is saying it's Sinatra.
So every time you talk about, not you, but just in general, when people talk about Alicia Keys, my mind automatically goes to Lil Mama, which I hate that for her. Her life.
I haven't seen her since.
It's like,
sorry to that man.
I almost want to be like, was it that bad that y'all had to counsel her like that? Because her career was forever just tainted.
I don't know if she ever made any songs after that. Or maybe I just went checking for them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's a point too.
Yeah. But I don't know how people from New York was feeling about that. Was they rocking with her or no?
Because she said she was doing it for the love. She felt like she was overwhelmed by the moment. So it just took her up on stage. So I feel, to your point, you don't know if her music was doing that well anyway. I want to say,
what song did she have?
Exactly, because I don't think that moment would have
like
any
gloss?
Other artist. If
what did she have after lip gloss?
You're asking the wrong person.
And then like her voice texture and tone, I feel like Young M.A. sounds just like that. So now I don't really know.
And she did that before really the cancel culture got really strong.
I think she was the first one that got canceled.
You think she was the precursor?
She was like the first one. Like we gonna make it because it was Lil Mama like first cancel culture, and then right after that it was Me Too, and we just been here ever since. But she didn't make it out. Some people you tried to cancel. I think it's about popularity. If
agree.
you're so popular, you can't be canceled.
Right.
But if you're not,
the right
like
person
an
has to
A-lister,
be. She wasn't in a position to get up on that stage and do that.
no, if it was like Flavor Flav, it would have bounced right off of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You were still in a moment where you were building your career.
Yeah.
And for you to have done that at
Yeah.
that point.
It had to be like somebody who's
Somebody
so
else.
New York, but almost like an OG.
I think Alicia Keys could have got away with it.
She
At
would
that
have got
point.
flamed. I ain't gonna
You
lie.
think so?
Yeah. I mean, well, she has the song, so
Yeah.
she was.
Well,
she-
I'm saying if the song wasn't hers, considering who she was, you don't think she could have had the power, quote unquote, to get up there and just do that? You don't think so? I guess when I think of New York, I think of her.
honest opinion,
Yeah.
niggas don't really be rocking with Alicia Keys like that.
Really?
Nah.
Who do you think could have gotten away with it, if not her?
I don't, like somebody who's just you just think of like it's just New York.
Synonymous with New
Yeah,
York.
like somebody from like Dipset or like it got to be just a New York nigga
Well, I hate
where you
that
kind of
for-
expected that.
Yeah.
Jewels,
Yeah.
like you know what I'm saying, like people just expect like
Mama to get up there.
yeah,
Yeah.
just anybody like you know Dame Dash, like this nigga's New York and
Right.
he
Right.
putting on for his hood,
Right.
but you know. I don't know how many niggas I can drop on your podcast. I didn't know if
You're at 1 now, so you got some more to get off. I'm
okay.
sure.
I did like 6
You did 6?
probably, but
See, I got to figure out. This is a whole new lane for me, so I got to figure out like if money is connected to the N-bombs. We'll figure out
Run it up.
all of that. Just say it. We'll
so
figure
you know,
all
shout
that
out to Zeke. We appreciate you for coming to Dallas, running up. Of course, him and Dak with the 214. That was a good connect. Who else? And then Kyrie Irving in Dallas, of course.
Right.
So we'll see what that's like. Him
I'm
and Luka in the
excited to
backcourt.
see.
Mavericks tickets have gone up. You know, you used to get in on the Mavs game.
Right.
Now it's like kind of packed.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
Well, speaking of tickets and ticket purchasing and all of that, we had a recent conversation about buying tickets.
Yeah.
But then when you get there,
Yeah.
not actually going to your seat.
Oh yeah.
And why? Why do you feel like that's a how do I say it? Why would you encourage someone to do something like that?
I wouldn't encourage anyone to do that. You know what I mean? Because it might not work out for you. As-
why
as-
would
as-
you?
as
Why
Jay Prince
would
might
you
say.
do that? Because I've known you to do things
Why would
like
I
that.
do that?
Yeah, if you won't encourage other people to do it, why would you do it?
Why would I?
Why do you do it? Because I know you do this. Let's
All
just
right.
be.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right. So the last concert I went to,
Talk about it.
I was in the in the nosebleeds at a venue,
Okay.
historic venue
Okay.
that I know black people used to have to sit
Oh.
in the top.
This is deep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got to the venue, went to my rightful seat. I thought about it. What they call it, the crow's nest
The seats themselves.
for black folks. Remember certain like
Okay.
like
the
segregated
historic-
auditoriums.
Okay.
Like black people had to sit in the crow's. You had to sit up there.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish, but go ahead.
And then I felt that when I got in there.
Okay.
I said, "No." I was like Rosa.
Not today.
Nah. So
Yesterday, maybe not today.
I went to the front of the venue
Okay.
and enjoyed the show from there.
But that hadn't been your first time. That hadn't been your first time doing something like that. So I want you to
No,
speak
man.
on why that even is a thing. Why is that your energy when you go to not just concerts, but political spaces?
Mel, now
You-
you're gonna
and-
have security on high alert looking for a brother when I'm coming through.
Okay.
No, I'm just okay. So the thing is, look, I sent Mel a text, and she was like, "What did you say?" So the trick is
The trick is buy a ticket at this level and just kind of work your way up.
Yo, yeah. And
Even
I
if it means going behind stage sometime.
yeah, I've been backstage all the whole night.
Eating people's food
Yeah, in the green rooms,
Yeah.
all that.
with very high net worth individuals.
I've done that.
Okay, so teach us, like, you don't have to give names or.
So you said the trick is to do this, and
Yeah.
I responded back with, the truth is I belong here.
And you shook my life when you said that. So
Right.
I said, he thinks he belongs there. So, because if I believe I belong somewhere, nothing someone can tell me. A ticket can't designate where I sit if I believe I belong at the front.
Absolutely. There's been plenty like shows, mixers, all the things that I just kind of landed in the VIP section.
Landed.
I
Okay.
just kind of ended up there. Not because I'm trying to be VIP, not because I'm trying to be seen, but I do believe that, when you talk about push and go, when you talk about pursuing your dreams, there was times when I didn't have the money to buy a VIP entry ticket.
Yeah.
And then when I made those moves and got in that section, like purpose met me there. I met people that I connected with and was building with and helped me grow and elevate my career. Whether that was political events, music events, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the whole kind of just tone of it is to kind of push to where you know that you're supposed to be, push to where you know that you need to be.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have all the resources and if you don't have all the things that you think you have to have right now to make sure that you are well positioned to be where you want to be when you need to be.
But you said you wouldn't encourage other people to do that. Don't try this at home.
Look, don't try to look. It take what Pastor Todd say, crazy faith.
Crazy faith.
You know what I mean?
You have to know.
It take crazy, and then also understanding the risk associated with. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I took a huge risk at this last concert. The security was on their post.
See, I don't like to be embarrassed.
They was like ushers.
So that in itself would prevent me from even trying something like that.
But what is the embarrassment when you're taking crazy risks to put yourself in a situation that's going to advance you in your career?
You're right.
Advance you in your network.
Yeah.
You know
I'm not
what
saying
I
I don't want to do it. I'm just saying I don't have the balls to do it.
But who's going to question you though?
But me, I get that look like,
nah.
You got to walk in with an energy like, I'm not looking for answers. I don't need your help. I know exactly where my seat is.
Yeah, my seat
to
is-
you probably won't, they'll be like, ma'am, you need help?
No, they asked me that the other day.
Oh, do you need help?
Sir, you need help finding your seat? I said, no, I'm looking for someone.
Mm-hmm. See, I
don't
think I'm
need
quick
help.
on my feet. I don't think I'm quick on my feet. So that's why I'm like, I've already decided the next concert I go to, I'm taking a page out of his book so I can, have an experience. Because I think that's what he leaves with.
Yeah,
it's not
for
about
sure.
the seat or, being close. Yeah, sometimes it is about being close. But also the experience.
I have some experience.
You have some experiences. And I don't have those stories because I'm a rule follower. And you see where that gets you. Nowhere. So sometimes it's okay to break rules. Sometimes,
Or you
take
just-
this at a grain of salt. What they say with a grain of salt. Don't say we encourage anyone to break rules, but I think that speaks to a lot of being black, being able to be a rule breaker. I think that's where like history is made.
Yeah, I think
with people who dare to take those risks.
Being bold, audacious. That's something that we don't talk about enough, like audacity.
Yeah.
And having audacity. I hear black women say that all the time.
What, the audacity?
Yeah.
Oh, he had the audacity to.
If you niggas don't have nothing, you gonna have the audacity.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
okay.
But like, how often is that used as a positive? Like how often is like the audacity to win and the audacity to pursue your dreams and your purpose? View as positive.
Yeah. So you think people need to be more audacious?
Yes.
In certain situations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, this has been fun. What are your thoughts on this first rodeo?
It's been dope.
It's been dope.
And it reminds me that I need to get down to Houston rodeo. We probably need to take the show on the road. Get down.
Did
to
they
Houston.
not just have? You mean next year?
Is it over? I don't know.
I've seen
I just
like
saw it
posts.
on Instagram.
Does it last like a month long? Because I
think
for
like
sure
a week.
I think it's over, bro. You may have to catch it next year.
Yeah.
Because I've seen quite a few people post about the rodeo. I think last week. So you may have missed that one. Is that a thing?
Annual?
They're like a
It's like a big thing. It's like their fair.
And actually, the post that I saw, it was on someone's story. I thought it was in Dallas because I saw somebody eating a turkey leg. I thought it was
Yeah, they
for
have
sure
all that stuff like set up outside.
Okay.
So it's like the fair outside, and
But it's like bull riding.
like outside.
The rodeo itself.
Yeah, it's a little bit of rodeo inside, and
Okay.
then they switch over to have like a mega concert on the inside every night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then the artists get bigger and bigger. Like, well, I won't say bigger, but like the artists change throughout
Yeah.
the week. They might have hip hop.
So what did I say that
country
make you
music.
think of that? You
You
said
said-
it reminds you of I need to get to Houston.
You said, what do you think about this rodeo?
Oh, when I
So,
said
yeah.
that word. Okay. I was
Yeah,
wondering how it tied in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they take it
Gotcha.
serious down there. You got
I saw. So this was the first installment of Fill in the Blank podcast.
I like installment.
Installment, because that's what it is, because that means others will come. So be sure to check us out on our IGs. Mine is Mel3_ Raquel. That's RAQUEL. And yours?
Oh, give them your other page, your music page.
My music page. Oh, my Instagram music page where I follow up and coming artists. You can be singing in the car, in the garage. That's usually like my thing. Like those people without huge platforms, those people without big numbers pushing them. I usually kind of scope out them and then I post them. I repost them. Those artists that I feel like are really, really good. But may not have the backing to show for it. So check that page out. It's Melody the Curator. Again, Melody the Curator on IG.
And then you can follow me on all social platforms, first and last name, Cardall Coleman. Actually, stay tuned because there may be a big announcement coming.
Big announcement.
Big announcement.
Big announcement. We know why we're laughing at that. Big announcement.
There may be a big announcement coming
Oh,
in the
okay.
next few weeks. So stay tuned.
That means you have to like follow up with that.
Yeah.
If you say big announcement, we expect a big announcement. So yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in. See y'all next time.
Peace.